that if anything, any event in Canada, any violence in Canada, if there is any evidence or information which is relevant to be investigated in India, the Indian government will always step up and conduct the relevant investigation. But so far, nothing worth investigating has been shared so far by the Canadian authorities. Listen in.
On the question about what happened in Canada, I also read that another arrest has been made. If that person is an Indian national, then usually by consular practice, you inform the government or the embassy of the country of origin. But beyond that, look, we have long maintained that if anything, any event in Canada, any violence in Canada has any evidence or information which is relevant to be investigated in India, we are open to investigating it. But to date, we have never received anything which is specific and worthy of being pursued by our investigative agencies, and I'm not aware anything has changed in the last few days in that regard.
And I'm joined by my colleague Abhishek Jha on the broadcast. So Abhishek, S Jaishankar making it very clear that Canada has not shared any relevant information pertaining to India when it comes to the murder of Nijjar and the fourth arrest, even though it's been made. Nothing worth investigating has been shared with the Indian authorities. S Jaishankar maintaining the fact that India had nothing to do with the murder of the Khalistani leader. But at the same time, this has caused that political storm with the Trudeau regime in Canada.
Well, of course, we have seen Canadian authorities time and again making this allegation that Indian agents were involved in killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar last year. Now, recently, they have 3 arrests, and 2 days ago, 1 more arrest was in this direction. And apparently, all these 4 persons are of Indian. They are Indian citizens. So clearly, the Canadian authorities are trying to establish the fact that Indian individuals and Indian government were involved in the killing. However, India has maintained that since the issue came up to the discussion, there have been multiple requests by the Indian side as well to provide some substantial evidence on the basis of which Canadian government is trying to make that case of an Indian agency involvement. So far, it's been about 10 months. There has not been any evidence or intelligence input that Canadian government has shared, at least not worth investigating. This is what External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar highlighted today, that though the issue has been going on, Canadian authorities have been reluctant to share anything concrete with the Indian side, and whatever they might have shared is not worth investigating.
Absolutely. Thank you, Abhishek, for getting us.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18. For all the latest news and updates, do follow us on our social media platforms.